I know this video has been a long time coming. I wanted it to be with my tailor and all that, but I realized it doesn't need to be that. All I need to do is give you guys the info that you need, so that's happening right now. So let's jump right in. The first consideration is usually location. That is a general consideration when you're finding a tailor, not just for pants, obviously. But fit is king in fashion, and you want to make sure that you have your great tailor as close to you as possible, while obviously still maintaining the quality of the tailoring itself. Because you might have to end up making a lot of trips to your tailor every time you buy new pants, a new suit, new chinos, I don't know, anything that needs altering. So the closer he is, the better it is. Guys, make sure you watch until the end so you actually get the measurements I ask for and what specifically I ask my tailor so you can get your pants to fit like mine. Number two, and obviously a very big consideration, is the price. That depends on your budget, and it also depends on how meticulously you need your stuff or want your stuff tailored. I'm gonna go through the price as I'm going through the last 3 points, because prices obviously vary with the type of alterations you're asking for, but it's usually you can get a good idea if you walk into a tailor whether or not they're gonna be super expensive or more affordable. You can check their websites for general prices just to get a feel. That's my first 2 steps when trying to find the perfect tailor, is looking at where are they and what's the general price range. Now moving on with number 3 to what you actually ask the tailor. Usually we'll start with the general fit of the pants. So this is where it gets really subjective too, because legs and hips and bottoms are all very different from one guy to the next. So first up, find a brand that fits you as well as possible. The likelihood of finding a pair of jeans, or especially a suit, that fits you off the rack perfectly is very, very low. So you find a good base. From there you take it to your tailor and you see, okay, general adjustments, what can we do? I usually like, as you guys probably know, my jeans and also my suits to be tailored fairly slim, if not skinny. That may or may not be your style, but you need to know what you're looking for in terms of the general fit before you go to your tailor and have them explain to you what you should be doing. Make up your mind and know what you want before you go in generally. Then we're getting down to specifics. So the 3 things that I most often have done is the waist up top. For one, because I have soccer thighs, they're for the rest of my legs proportionately big, and sometimes I need to shop for the thighs, which leaves my waist a little bit too big, so I take that in. Doesn't happen too much though. That's just one of the 3 big ones for me. The second one is the length / the cuff. Now that once again is really dependent on what you like with your style. I personally like cuffing my jeans or even having a 2-inch cuff on my suits. For that you need a good amount of length. So usually I leave my jeans just around the length so they can hit on the sneaker if I wear them straight down, but if I want to, I can cuff them up once and it still looks nice and they're not super short. For my standards. Once again, I cannot overemphasize this with this video. Everything is very subjective to your style. I'm just walking you through my process. So I leave a little bit of extra length on jeans, and I usually ask for my suits without a break. I don't want them to sit on the shoe, and if there's enough fabric in the pant, I ask for a 2-inch cuff if it fits the style of the suit. Another thing that's a bit more subjective and kind of like what you're in the mood for. And last but not least, and I think that's why a lot of you guys are asking for this video, is the taper. I think for me it's the most important thing when I get my pants tailored, and it's what makes the pants look really nice and slim throughout the entire leg. Most pants and most bottoms will fit you fairly well through the thigh, through the knee. For me personally, I ask for a taper from mid-calf down. So I don't touch the pant, with the exception of the waistband every now and then, I don't touch the pant above the middle of my calf. From below I have it slimmed down so it really just hugs my legs all the way through. The biggest factor for that is the opening of the leg. I usually just have it wide enough so I can get my foot through. That's my standard. So that's around 6.5 inches for me. With my foot, with the pants that I buy, it's 6.5 inches. It depends on whether your pants are stretchy though as well. If they have a little bit of stretch, you can go to like 6.25 inches for me, because then it's easier to get in and out, but your tailor will tell you that. That is, for me, the biggest one, the taper, so you have a really nice silhouette throughout the entire leg. Now, a couple of general notes on finding the right tailor and working with them. One, you might not be in New York, you might not have a ton of options, but you might have a few. So the first thing is maybe ask a friend that's really well suited. Where do they go? Where do they get their stuff tailored? If they do, go check them out, see if that's within your budget, see if that's somewhat close to you, and just work through the options. The other big thing is I've gone to a lot of tailors and they kind of try to force their view upon me, which isn't anything bad because most guys don't know what they want. But if you know what you want, tell him that repeatedly until he really pins it the way you envisioned it and the way you want it in the end, because most guys will not redo the alteration if it's not to your liking after the first one just because you didn't voice your opinion. Happens to me still when I work with some brands and I work with tailors that I don't usually work with. I go here in New York. If you're in New York, I go to Frankie at the tailoring room. If you go, he's fantastic. Tell him Marcel said hi. I've sent many guys there. Everybody's been happy. All the guys from GQ go there. So just make sure that you have a guy that wants to listen to what you want and is open to being a little bit more flexible than some of the traditional, because my style, it's just not very classic. It's very modern and fashion forward, I think. Once again, I keep saying that, but anyway, I think that's it. I just wanted to walk you through the thought process I had when I first was looking for a tailor and what I did and then now what I ask. So I hope this shed some light on the topic in general. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any more questions, leave them down below in the comment section. I hope I answered everything, at least that came to my mind. If you're not subscribed to my channel yet, make sure to change that. Notifications, turn those on so you don't miss out on the videos as they come online instantly, so you can like and support and watch before anybody else. Thank you guys so much for watching one more time. I'll see you soon with the next video. Until then, stay dapper.